Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to Summer Woodard, Reidsville City Manager, our monthly get-together. Summer, always good to have you on the program. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you. Always great to be on. I'm doing well, and I hope you are.
Oh, yes, indeed. And things are looking great downtown Reidsville. Work still in progress, but bring us up to date on the Streetscape.
Yes, sir. So we are very excited that we're continuing on with our Streetscape. We are still on schedule for a March 2023 completion. The updates and progress for this week include we have installed the driveway apron and sidewalks at the end of South Scales and Settle Street. We poured the concrete base for the brick pavers in the bump out last week. We have completed Mural Park. As many of our listeners are aware, we were having some sinking issues, so we have completely restored Mural Park, and we've washed down Mural Park, and we've also started cleaning some of the storefront windows where we may have got a little bit of mud. So we are trying to get that end of the project completed. We are continuing to install brick pavers and curbing, along with the curbing for our tree wells. And then for this upcoming week, we're hoping to be completed with the install pavers in South Scales and our Settle Street bump out. Our electrician has begun pulling wiring in preparation of the new light poles that were tentatively supposed to arrive next week. And depending on the removal of the mast arm pole by Duke Energy, the city will install the final pole base and pour the sidewalk behind the mid-block bump out. And the removal date for this is still unknown, so we're still working with Duke on this. But our project is on schedule. The one thing I do want to let our viewers and listeners know is we will be planting the crepe myrtle trees. We will be planting them the fall of 2023. The one reason we wanted to do that is because, as many are aware, there are certain times of the year that are better than others to plant trees, and the fall is the best time to plant the crepe myrtles. And as many of you know, we won't be completely finished with our project until spring of 2023. So we did not want to go ahead and plant some crepe myrtles now and then not be able to until next fall, because it would not be symmetrical. You'd have crepe myrtles growing at different rates. So we will be, the final touch of this project will conclude September of 2023 when we put in all of the crepe myrtles. But as far as maintenance and sidewalks and asphalt repaving, that will be done of March of 2023. But I did just want to encourage our listeners to just keep in mind we will be planting the trees in September of 2023 so they all grow asymmetrical together.
Sure, yeah. So we're about a year away from that. This is a long-range project, but isn't this exciting as I'm in downtown Reidsville just to see the progress? This is Team Reidsville at its best, it sounds like, Summer.
It is, and our Public Works crew and our Superintendent, Lindsay Tuttle, and our Public Works Director, Josh Beck, they, along with all of our other Public Works staff, have done an outstanding job on this project, and it is amazing all the internal talent we have on our team for them to be able to create this for our residents and business owners. And we're hopeful, that when our current business owners and our citizens see the city willing to invest in Scales Street and bring, there are so many tripping hazards with the current sidewalk that we had, to show that the city is willing to invest in our community and show support for our downtown area.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting to see this all come together. You mentioned Josh Beck, and I know he's been with the city now since the spring, but I don't think we ever really talked about him. He comes to the city, though, with a lot of experience as your new Public Works Director, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. Josh started his career with the city in April of this year, and we will get him on the show for our viewers to get to listen and hear some of his ideas. But he is a PE in North Carolina, so he is an engineer. He also has served for the last 10 years at UNC Greensboro over all of their facilities, and he managed anywhere from $20 to $30 million projects. Wow. So he is a great asset to our team, and we are very lucky to have him in the city of Reidsville.
You are indeed. Yeah, lots of experience in land development and municipal engineering all across North Carolina. So I just wanted to acknowledge him since you mentioned him just a moment ago. Okay.
Yes, sir. We're very glad to have him.
Okay, let's talk about fall is in the air, and you're looking at some projects in the downtown area, some photo ops perhaps.
Yes, sir. Fall is definitely in the air, as our viewers this morning and listeners could probably feel by the cooler temperatures outside today. But we are working on creating some fall photo displays similar to what we did at Christmas last year. I know last year for fall we were able to put some hay bales and mums throughout downtown. This year we'll not be able to do that just because of the Streetscape project. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be having photo opportunities. So we will be having one photo opportunity at Mural Park. I don't want to give too much away, but it will be a classic story that everyone has probably heard over the years. It involves a great pumpkin, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So we've got a really fun display that we're going to be working on at Mural Park. We also have several displays we're going to be putting up in Market Square, which will include a truck with some pumpkins, a giant pumpkin, some minions, just some really neat fall displays that children and adults and families can enjoy and maybe get some of their holiday cards started. So we're just excited to welcome our visitors downtown to have that photo opportunity with these really great displays. And I have to give a shout out and thank you to our subcommittee that's been working on those displays, which is city staff. They have really put in some time and effort to be creative to present this opportunity to all of our residents to be able to utilize this season.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah. Well, I think we got your tease. I think we understood that, so thank you. Looking forward to that.
Wonderful.
With the pumpkin there. Okay, very, very nice. Yeah. Anything going on? I know Mary Ryan and I talk from time to time. She's such a talented artist. Sharing her talents all over Rockingham County, but particularly there in the Reidsville area. Any mural updates we need to talk about, perhaps, Summer?
Sure, that's a good one. And Mary is such a wonderful artist, and the city of Reidsville and all of Rockingham County is very fortunate to have her. She's been a great partner with us at the Teen Center in designing several murals there that we're very excited about. We do have a mural update. Our city marketer, Judy Yarborough, and our assistant city manager, Chris Phillips, and myself have been working on the Salt Barn mural over there off of Vance Street. There was a great committee put together by local residents in that area to get some creative ideas for a mural display in that location. City Council did approve the mural, and I will try and get you a copy over so you can share that. But it'll be two different murals on the Salt Barn area there on Vance Street, so we're very, very excited for that.
Sure. Why is public art like that so important?
It is so important because it shows the history, especially I believe you'll see with this piece of art that will be going on there. It shows the history of our community, and then it also shows creativity that we have in our community, and I hope it will inspire and encourage others to explore their artistic ability and just to be creative and maybe step outside and away from your computer and just enjoy what we as human beings can create.
Oh, that's great. Well said. I had a little bit of time recently when I was in Reidsville to take some time to look at what's going on there, the exhibit, the display there at the block. Can you maybe, I know that's been up for a little while, but can you maybe give us kind of the highlights of that, what that's about for those that may not know?
Oh, yes. So the block mural was a project that Miss Catherine Wilson was very, very instrumental in, and our community is so, with her passing, it's very sad. We lost such a pillar of our community. Mm-hmm. She was instrumental in leading the block mural project with our city marketer, Judy Yarborough, and many, many others to create that history, to be able to showcase all the wonderful businesses that were downtown, and it tells such a touching story. I would encourage everyone to go by there and read the history of the block, and it's told through the block mural. But anyone who's not went by and visited, please do. It's very well done, and the time and love that was poured into creating this is just overwhelming.
Yeah, love being a key word there for sure. Okay, well, our time's about up, I guess, unless you have something to add, Summer.
The only other thing I did want to encourage our listeners is I know the downtown merchants are going to be having a trick-or-treat event on Friday, October the 28th from 3 to 5 p.m. downtown Reidsville. So please come out, shop local, support local, and enjoy that day. But again, it's going to be Friday, October the 28th from 3 to 5 p.m. in downtown Reidsville, trick-or-treat event.
Okay, let me back up just a minute about those photo ops. Will all of that be in place for that event?
Yes, sir. So we will be starting next week working on the photo opportunities. Our goal is to have the photo opportunities in place by Monday, October the 10th, if not before.
Okay, great. Lots of good things happening, as always, in Reidsville. Summer, thank you. Always great to talk to you.
Thank you. You as well. Have a wonderful day.
You do, too. See you soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Reidsville City Manager Summer Woodard, our monthly get-together. To find out more about what's happening in Reidsville, a lot of different ways there, you can go to the website reidsvillenc.gov and riseupreadsville.com. And a reminder to support our local businesses in Reidsville. Live simply, think big. And speaking of our local businesses, sponsoring our program today, the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. They're right downtown on South Scale Street. Regular hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and they're open different times, other times during special events in Reidsville. You can join their text messaging program to find out what's happening by texting Reidsville to 76626. We certainly appreciate Diane Sawyer and her team at Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. And I was talking to Sam Lindsay at Strader's Shoe Store in Penrose Mall recently about all of the fall handbags that are in now for you, ladies, and other accessories. And, of course, all of the fall footwear for everyone. Always a good selection, over 60 brands and shoes, some that are a real anchor there with what they've been doing for many, many years at Strader's Shoe Store in Penrose Mall.